Hey guys, welcome to this week's team call. I am so excited that you are here. If you are just hopping on, if you could please mute yourself. That way, if you have anything going on in the background, we won't have any issues with that. But I am, let's see, it is the 15th, so we are halfway through the month already. If you are not in Success Club yet, you still have time. This month is Team Cup, and I hope that you are pushing for it and you are on a team and you are striving to hit big goals this month and helping as many people as possible. I am not in Success Club yet, but that will be changing by this weekend. I am super excited to share this with you guys. Free groups have been kind of that thing that I have loved doing, and I kind of got out of the habit of doing it, but it has helped me to build my network, and it has also helped me to gain a lot of different people and prospects from everywhere, all over the world. So I network that way through my free groups and things like that. So if you're not very familiar with what a free group is, basically it's you offering something for free, something of value that you can share with someone else, and something that you are passionate about. I know for me, I used to do a lot of 7-day abs and squats groups. I did one every month consistently, and people look forward to that. So this year I've kind of been changing things up, and I've noticed that it's working a lot better. So I kind of wanted to share what I've been doing. So that's what a free group is. So what I do is I pick a theme and a topic, and this could be different for everyone. Something that you're passionate about, and it doesn't have to be Beachbody related. So it could be, if you're passionate about something that's not related to Beachbody, maybe you love books, maybe you love gaming, maybe you love adventure, whatever it may be, you can find and make a group just for that. So for me, I love clean eating, and I love, mindset and different things like that. I always talk about like hydration and things like that. So those are some of the things that I'm passionate about. So those are kind of the groups that I lean towards, or like cutting out sugar and things like that, because those are things that I struggled with. So basically I pick a topic or a theme that I want to do, and then I think about like what this group can entail and how can I help teach someone and better help someone and add value to that person through this group. And I choose it to be 7 days or less. Less is better. Typically, I love doing 3-day groups now. I don't like doing 7-day groups, and that's only because, doing 3-day groups, I'm not spending a ton of time with my free group, and I can still spend more of that time with my challengers and my challenge groups that I already have going on. So free groups are not meant to take up a lot of your time, and they're just basically to help you network and share value and add value to someone else that is wanting to learn more. So that's kind of how I go about that. So to get someone started, I will share with, I will make a post, which I'm actually going to be starting one tomorrow. I will make my first post for my next free group, and I will just kind of give a little bit about the free group. I don't really advertise it as free. And the reason being is because when you advertise it as free, like even though it is free, I don't advertise it as free. And the reason being is because when you advertise it as free, I feel that you get those people that only ever want to have something free, and they are not willing to invest in themselves. And I still have those people, but I will say that when I cut out the word free, it kind of helped my business in a way, because I was getting people who actually wanted to be there, and not just for something for free. And there's nothing wrong with saying it's free. That's fine. If someone asks, I will tell them, yes, it is free. But I don't really advertise it as such. I just say it's a 3-day group for this. So after I pick that, and then let's see. So then you're going to want to know, like, what is the difference that you are offering in your free group compared to your challenge groups? And this is really key, and I encourage you to write it down and really differentiate, what the difference is. I know a lot of times when I was running free groups, I was treating it more like a challenge group, but these people were not invested into themselves. They were there for free. So I was offering so much value for a free group when I really should be offering all of that for my challenge group. And they had no reason to go to a challenge group because I was already offering a lot of that already in the free group. So I wrote down, what the difference would be between the free group and the challenge group. And, the free group, say for my next one is a hydration challenge. So for that one, I'm just offering, benefits of water, how to get more water in your day, tips on how to do that, how I do it, and just kind of sharing basically that, like how much water they should be getting. Now, whereas a challenge group, I'm going to be offering meal plans, one-on-one coaching, mentoring with them. They're going to have a program, a fitness program. They're going to have Shakeology. There's a whole list. I have it somewhere. But I will say that when I'm differentiating those and I write it all down, then I better know, what the difference is. And I'll get back to that later. There's a reason why I'm saying that now. So after I know what the difference is between my free groups and what I'm offering in my challenge groups, then I can basically, what I do is I create a Google Doc or a Google form, and on it it's just very simple and easy. I have people sign up for the free group. And the reason being is I want their email address so that I can use that email to reach out to them later. I do send out monthly newsletters to the people that I have their emails for, and just kind of letting them know like some tips, some of my posts, and what's coming up in the next month. So I want that email so I can still stay in touch with that person, because regardless if they delete me on Facebook or they block me, I still have their email address. And I can still use that to send them information if needed. So I do have them sign up with a Google form, just first name, last name, and then their email. Super simple and easy. I'm not asking a lot from them. And they get signed up for the free group, and then I send them an email with the group link for them to request to join the Facebook group for the free group. And then they request and I accept them that way. So I suggest you have to have a start date. So you're going to, after you've picked what kind of free group you're doing, pick a start date. And I recommend it being at least 2 weeks before your challenge group date. And the reason being is if you start a free group on a Monday, which is usually what I do, I start it on a Monday and say it's 3 days long. So it'll end at the end of Wednesday, and then I will make the last post on Thursday morning. And that's usually when I start enrollment for my next challenge group. So that goes right into my challenge group, and I'm like, hey, this is, you did it, you got through this challenge. For this free group, I am now moving everyone over to my challenge group, and this is what you get. And I list out all the things that are different from that free group. Everything that I offer them as a coach in a challenge group is what I'm going to share with them in that post. And I do bullet points, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4. And I write out everything that I offer as a coach, because that is what makes me different compared to them buying it off of a shelf or over, online or anything. They get me as their coach. So what can I offer them as a coach that they can't get anywhere else? So when I do that, I make that last post and I put the sign up link for my next challenge group there. So if they are ready to take the next step, take it up the next level, they sign up for my challenge group, and it'll ask them, basically the same questions I would as if I was messaging that person, asking them what their goals are, what they currently are struggling with, what a typical day of eating is, what do they like best, and everything. And then from there, I will message that person or I will email them, whatever way they said is best to reach out to them. And I will talk to them then about getting started with the challenge pack and maybe, answer more of their questions if they have those. So afterwards, they get started with the challenge group, whoever does get started with the challenge group. And I start that challenge group 2 weeks after I started that free group initially, so like the second Monday after the free group started, which gives them time to get started. So if they're like, I can't get started right now, but I can on payday or whenever they say they can get started, then I mark that and I set a reminder to follow up with them before that and during that day to help them get started. Sorry. Okay. And from there, I help them to get started and get them set up for the free group, or for the challenge group, sorry. And I have found that this has been beneficial because I'm not just using a free group to just do a free group. I'm using the free group as a segue into my challenge groups, kind of giving them a little bit of an idea of what a challenge group feels like and what I can offer them as a coach, but not totally giving them the whole thing. You know, I'm not giving them everything that I can offer because I want to work with people who are wanting to work with me. I found that when I was running free groups before, I was getting people who didn't want to work with me. They were just kind of there because they wanted it for free. And this way I'm actually getting people who want to work with me and they want to, you know, be a part of that and that whole process. So when I share all of this value with them, a lot of them are like, yeah, I want to do that. Like, or they may say, I want to do that, but I can't right now. You know, I will be like, well, my next group will be starting on this date. So if they can't right now, then I follow up with them for the next group as well. So that's also where the email comes in, because not only will I send them a monthly newsletter, but I can follow up with them and let them know that my next group is starting if they didn't get started in this first challenge group. And I will let them know, like, hey, my next group is starting. I know you weren't ready to get started in the previous one, but it is open now for my next one. And, you know, asking them if they are ready to get started now. So that's kind of how I do it. I do a lot of it through email now, but I do message still on Facebook inviting people as well. But I find that free groups are, you know, what has helped me get that way. And that's how I network. So do you guys have any questions so far? You guys can unmute yourself or type it in the chat. I will actually, if I can, I don't know if I can share my screen here. I'll kind of share my screen. I won't really share like how to set up a Google form, but I can share, let's see. So 7-day abs and squats, that's not the one that I want here. Let's see here. I save everything to Google Docs. So let me see if I can find it here. 3-day hydration challenge. I have a sign up form here, so I can open that. And so super simple and easy. I make my pictures through canva.com, or you can use picmonkey.com, but I just made a quick picture. You know, it's going to be the banner of my Facebook group as well, but first and last name, like I said, and then email address. And then the challenge group form that I also have, see if I can pull it up here. These take like maybe 5-10 minutes to make, depending on, you know, how many questions you are asking. But the less the better, I would think. But so this is my challenge group application, or to join and apply for the challenge group. And I let them know like what this all includes. So like I said, this is a private group with all of this. So I make sure that I list out every single thing. So for me, you know, it's a fitness program for them to fit their needs and goals, 30 days of dense nutrition, which is Shakeology, ability to stream your workouts on the go, nutrition plan, how to meal prep, healthy meals and recipes, how to clean out your pantry, portion control, fitness, health and fitness tips, mindset training, one-on-one coaching for me, and then a whole community dedicated to that, because they are getting the challenge group with not just me, but everyone else that's joining as well. So from here, I will ask them again their first name, last name, email address, phone number, ask them if they already have a coach, fitness level, health and fitness goals. What does a typical day of eating look like for you? Why they want to be a part of the group, and if they already own a program, and what they expect of me, and if they want more information about what I do as a coach as well. So that's kind of how I go into that. So the follow-ups, I'll go ahead and stop the share here. So the follow-ups I do one, I give a last call post as well, and a last call email, which is basically the same post that I do on Facebook, but I email it to them so they directly get it. Because, sometimes when you post on Facebook, they don't get it, or they don't see it in their day because they are, at work or whatever, and maybe they're busy. So I let them know when the group is starting, and then I also do a last call for that group. And then after that's over, then I send them in the newsletter for the next month and let them know when the next group is starting. So I'm always keeping contact with that person. I'm not really, letting them be like, oh, hey, you didn't get to join, that's cool, whatever, but I'm still staying in contact with them. So I'm still on their mind to get started when they are ready. But yeah, that's really all I had. I know it's kind of simple, easy, which is the best part about it. I like simple and easy. So yeah, I will let you guys ask questions if you have any. And if you don't, then I will let you guys go. Let's see.
Hey, Sarah, Kyle here.
Hey.
Hey, ask a question. Sorry, I missed about the first 5 minutes, so you may have already covered this. But do you advertise this a certain way, or how do you initiate this with everybody?
Yeah, I've done it several different ways. I have, I do have a Facebook like page. So I have, in the past, I ran an event for that group, and then I advertised and spent money on advertising the event itself on my like page. So I would spend, anywhere from $5 to $10 for a couple of days, and then just, have people join that way, just have them RSVP to the event and then add them that way. But I found that I was losing people, and that's why I find that the email and the sign up form is better. You can still do that on your like page too and advertise the sign up form. I'm still working on that, how to do that better. But that's kind of how I do it. So now I will say, without the like page, and if you're not advertising that way and don't want to spend money, that's fine. You don't have to. On my personal page, I will do 2 posts prior to the start of that free group. So I'm going to start another free group on this coming Monday. So for me, I'm going to do the first post talking about it and actually sharing about what it's going to be tomorrow. And then I'm going to do another post on Saturday or Sunday evening as a secondary post to be last call, we start on Monday type of thing. So I don't want to spend a lot of time, advertising for it because, like I said, where I'm going to get the most people is my challenge groups, and that's where my passion lies, and that's how I'm going to be able to help people to the best of my abilities. So that's kind of how I do that. I hope that answers your question. Actually, I can share this with you guys as well if you guys want in Rocket Nation. I actually find I have 2 posts that I created for the prior. So I have the sign up form at the top, and then I have free group advertised post number 1, and then that's kind of opening it up and talking about it. And then I have a free group advertisement post number 2 for the last call. And then obviously, and then I start the group and I will post those in the group. So I do that for all of the free groups now because it's just easier. I only give 2 posts because it's, I don't want to post every day, but oh, free group, and then everyone be sick and tired of hearing it. You know what I mean? So that's how I go about that. I didn't answer that on the beginning of the call. So great question. But yeah, other than that, I think that's it. And if there are no more questions, I will let you guys go. All right. It was great hanging out with you guys, and I will talk to you guys later. I will post the link so you can tag your coaches if you find this information helpful for them. and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.